Bulls. Off his productive season as a rookie starter, Artest seems destined for bigger things and bigger dollars. But as Greg Garber tells us, Ron Artest is also discovering how far $1 million a year will not go.
What up, yo? How you chilling?
Ron Artest, age 20, returns home to Queens, New York after his rookie season with the Chicago Bulls.
No candy.
Money.
What you say?
I say money.
I ain't got no money.
If I told you, at 8 or 9 that you were going to make $1 million a year, what would you have thought?
It's amazing just growing up, with like you got holes in your shoes and growing up hard, but you're still having fun playing basketball all your life, and to make all this money takes some pressure off the family.
Artest takes care of his family, but he also takes care of himself. To do so, he has assembled an extensive support crew.
I'm Ron's barber. He likes the low Caesar cut. That's a cut, nice basic cut with a part in the middle.
I'm a neuromuscular therapist. My job is to keep Ron flexible and playing at his maximum.
I'm Ron's personal chef.
I want some, yeah.
His favorite food is black bean tamale pie.
I'm the guy that makes sure that Ron wears suits after the game.
Now you good. Come here, thanks.
How important are these people to your success?
They're very important, and I appreciate what they're doing right now, and I understand it's a business, but they're definitely helpful and going to help me in my career.
The support team doesn't come cheap. In addition to these personal expenses, Artest went for the obligatory big-ticket items, like a customized sport utility vehicle and a second car for the mother of his children. While he remodeled the family apartment in this Queens housing project, he's also house hunting in Chicago.
I'm gonna get the house for the family, so they should not live in the projects no more, because they've been with me through all this time. They got to come with me out to Chicago, and hopefully, I will. I'm gonna save a lot of money. You miss me? You miss me?
He's doing fairly good right now, managing well. I did better than what I thought he was going to do, really. But that's what my biggest concern, young boy making so much money. But he's coming along fine.
Ron Artest's career is just beginning. He's not thinking about retirement, but he should be. Unlike most people, professional athletes have relatively few years to make all their money. Troy Aikman, entering his 12th year with the Dallas Cowboys, has aggressively positioned himself for retirement, having achieved financial independence with his first contract.
I've tried to envision life after football, and I've tried to prepare myself for that. And I think I have been very intense and very committed to my job as a professional athlete, and I want to carry that over to life after football.
The view towards money.
Many athletes turn to financial planners to manage their money. Mark Griege, a Dallas financial planner, has helped Aikman plan for the future since he was a rookie.
A lot of the problems you hear in sports are when guys get too far away from their money. Troy's never been one to get very far away from his money.
Aikman closely tracks his investments and business interests as president of Troy Aikman Enterprises. As the first pick in the 1989 draft, Aikman signed a 6-year contract worth $11.2 million. He says his only indulgence was to buy his mother a Cadillac.
When I was in college, you hear of the horror stories of various athletes that had made millions and millions of dollars, had enjoyed long careers, and yet they were filing for bankruptcy because of whatever reasons, either their spending habits or people had taken advantage of them, and those were my biggest concerns.
Part of it was that he had a real fear of being unsuccessful. And one of the things that I think helps make young athletes successful with their money is when they start from a perspective of fearing going broke one of these days.
Whenever I talk to a young player that comes into the league, you try to impress upon them that you don't know how long you're going to play. You get hurt at any time, and just be very careful and cautious with the spending.
Financial Institute for the Rams.
Kathy Lintz is a financial planner who understands the downside of the upscale lifestyle. Most of her company's 80 clients are professional athletes.
So whatever the cost of producing the Super Bowl ring is going to be on your W-2 this year.
Including DeMarco Farr of the Super Bowl champion St. Louis Rams and his wife Cynthia.
It's a good problem to have.
You'll have to pay tax on that.
Even highly paid athletes have to live on a budget.
For Euro expenses.
By 40, I just want to have a great golf game and not worry about much. So I figure the more we save now,
the better off we'll be in the long run.
There are an awful lot of pitfalls. There are an awful lot of temptations. And that's why they need to be so proactive in the planning process.
Just helped me to get to where I'm at.
While Ron Artest's support crew fulfills his personal needs, he has also put together a group to fulfill his financial needs. Artest chose Impact, whose client roster includes Chris Carter, Mario Ellie, and Fernando Tatis.
I am Ron Artest's attorney and agent.
I'm responsible for creating Ron Artest's image.
I'm in charge of Ron Artest's financial plan.
Impact recommends clients save between 33 and 40% of their annual earnings.
The first step is to make Ron understand that $1 million is not $1 million in your pocket, Ron. You know, you're going to have to share part of your success with the government. $1 million is maybe $600,000.
After taking care of his family, his living expenses, and purchasing disability insurance, Artest had difficulty staying within his budget.
My conversations with Ron is how can we keep this monthly spending guideline in place?
Hey, Ron, you might have to get you a different plan this month. Your cell phone bill was X amount of dollars. It can't be like that, Ron.
We can't keep having requests. We can't keep changing our budgets if we intend on achieving your goals.
I don't get my HUD? I can't get my HUD? That's wrong.
Of the $600,000, did he manage to sneak some into the bank?
Very little. Yeah. Very little.
How much did you put in the bank? How much were you able to slide away? Did you get anything in there?
Yeah, of course. I got a few. I don't want to like put it all out there, but I saved a few dollars. But mainly this year I'll try to take care of my family, and now this year is going to be a little bit more disciplined.
This year it's going to be totally different how he do things. This year, he knows he's getting to that point this year, and I will be into Chicago with him to make sure. All the little splurging is over. It's over.
He was a flashy icon and big box office. But Derek Sanderson went from top-dollar superstar to sleeping on a park bench. How it all went south for him when we continue.